Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Thursday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. Good to see you. Tonight is the second episode of Thursdays with Sean. Now, the good thing is I gotta find out how I am going to add our guest. PK, are you on? I am so excited to talk to PK, you guys. I am so stoked. Adam, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you, my man. Welcome. Am I early? I think I'm a little early. I'm a couple minutes early because I'm excited. Am I correct? This is okay. So I'm doing this Facebook Live with my phone sideways, and this is the first time that I'm hosting and bringing PK live. PK, are you on? There you go. Okay. It says they cannot. Okay. We went through this last week too. Send me another request. See if you got it. It says they can't join your broadcast at this time. Okay, good, Adam. I hope it looks good. Now let's see, Peter, do it again. Oh man, what is going on? Okay, so I'm approving it. Yes. Okay. Oh no, horizontal. Are you horizontal on your phone, PK? Because you gotta be horizontal. Am I supposed to be horizontal? Because I'm horizontal. Am I the wrong horizontal? Am I supposed to be the other way, horizontal? PK. Or should I troubleshoot this? Let's see. I'm gonna turn. Is your phone sideways, PK? I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Well, Adam can hear me. Technical difficulties, folks. Stay tuned. It'll be fun and worth it. Am I off the screen? I feel like I'm off the screen. Sideways is a little weird, huh? Let me see. Should I turn this? Maybe it's the other way. Okay, it's disconnecting me. Don't go away if it's wait. I'm here. Okay, so why aren't you getting added on so I can here we go. I think I did it. Oh, what? I did it. It only takes it only took 4 minutes.
Now on my end, my phone doesn't want to stand.
What up, PK?
No, I took it. Hang on, I'm having like tripod issues on mine.
Manouche.
There we go. You can see my face. Can you hear me okay?
No, you got to come in a little bit more.
All right.
To the center. No, the other way. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. No,
do I need my earbuds?
Fine. Can everybody hear you? Manouche. I think Manouche.
I don't see. I can't see anything in the chat. So
in the chat. What's up? Can you hear us?
Manouche.
It's actually Manouche.
I can't see any of the chat.
That's how it was with me last week. I can hear you guys. Okay, that's perfect. Oh, wow. All right, let's get going. I'm gonna try to be on schedule. I'm only like 2 minutes late. Hey, I did good. So T Money and them are supposed to join in. So
better than last
text message. So I think he may be in church though. All right. Yeah.
T Money.
Yeah. All right.
In church.
You guys, welcome. I am so excited for this new addition to my lives, as I like to call it, # Thursdays with Sean, where I bring on somebody that's got an amazing, pretty amazing story, and that needs to be shared. And last week, PK interviewed me. So, I mean, my story is pretty amazing to me, but you know, but then again, there's
No,
there's you know, but so today, this week, I said this is my first one. So come on, I gotta bring my boy. I gotta bring my boy P Money. PK.
What you're doing is you're setting the bar.
I'm setting the bar. I'm starting off with a big bang, you know. So this is where I ask some questions and get to know the other person and kind of have them open up a little bit, share their story. And the goal of these is that by the end of this live, not only you're like inspired or motivated or touched or moved, whatever you may call it, but it leaves you leave this live thinking about doing something, you know, to progress in a positive way towards a better, bigger things and not get stuck and stopped, you know. So with that, I'd like to bring out my boy PK on. I got some questions for him prepared that you know, I think there's some good ones. There's some good ones in there.
There are definitely some good ones. I would have to say the one that.
What number?
You know, that I don't want to say that was bothering me. 13.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. That made you think, right?
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I might have to add this into mine.
I love that question. So we'll get to that number 13. And the good thing is that after 13, there's only 28 more left. So I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So let's get started with the first one. The first one is, let's just get your story, the basics. You know, who's PK? Where are you from? Family, brothers, sisters, you know, that kind of, how do I know you? You know, just a snapshot.
Okay, wow. All right. A snapshot. I'm a 50-year-old, soon to be 51 in July, Asian American. My mother was born here. My father is from Seoul originally. I grew up in the Northeast, so I think if there's anything, I know I can go anywhere, probably in the world, but certainly in the United States, and I can handle myself, because Northeast is a pretty tough area to grow up in and live. I have a younger brother. His birthday is on Monday, so he'll be 46. He'll be 46.
So Manu says, "Are you kidding me? Oh my God! I always thought you are mid-30s."
Well, you know what?
I hope I got the tone in there. Yeah.
Oh no, you did. You know, so to answer Manusha's question, and I get it often, so it's not like this is like the first time I'm hearing this. I've kind of gotten used to this people saying this to me, but there's a genetic gene. My uncle, I don't know how my uncle did this, but he traced our genes. You know, like where things go. I don't say where things come from per se, but there's a gene. Yeah, where they come from. So there's a gene. There are a couple. There's this one I know about. I know about at least 2 genes, but this one I want to talk about. The other one I don't really want to talk about. But this gene in in our family comes from my mother, my late great grandmother, on her side. So if you're actually, I have my grandmother. I got a picture of her right here. So just give me a second.
Oh, that's cool.
So this, I get to see. So this lady in the green.
That's your dad's mom?
That's my grandmother. That's my dad's mom, my grandmother, and that's my dad. And then there's me. So as far as I know, at least in our family, I don't know what it is in like I have I have an aunt that has 3 kids. I have an uncle that has 2 kids. I have another uncle that has 2 kids. I don't know how it is how it works in their family, but in our family, like my father has it. I mean, Manoush, how old do you think this
How old
guy
do you
is?
think his dad is? But by the way, she said, "Oh, so cute" to the picture. Well, he's definitely
Yes.
older than you by a couple of days.
Yes, obviously. Yes, by a couple of days. So I don't know. I think this was taken. She died last year. She died in, I think, April. Yeah, she died in April. She does. Yeah, her 1-year anniversary. No, I'm sorry, her 2-year anniversary. She'll be 99 in June sometime. So, or she would have been. We were like the running joke. Yeah,
Wait, did you say 99?
You know, the running joke. She would have been 99 in
She
June.
died at 98.
When she died.
97.
97.
2 months shy of 98.
So, like, one of my goals in life.
Michael, how are you?
Obviously, I have
Welcome.
many
Good
goals
to
in
see
life.
you, bro.
The way did
Yeah,
Manoush
she
give a
said
guess?
in the picture. Well, she was talking about your dad, though.
Yes. How old does she think
in
my
the
dad
picture?
is?
50.
Yeah, in the picture.
Well,
higher. I'm 50.
That was
If
20
I'm 50,
years ago.
He can't be 50. No, this was taken a couple of years ago.
Dude, the
Yeah.
genes, man.
Go up
Korean
higher,
genes,
Manoush.
I'm telling you. It's the Korean genes, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's the Korean genes.
Her grandmother,
like I said, as far as
she
our
just
family,
said, her grandmother passed away 2 months ago at age of 104.
wow.
Holy
So
fuck.
there's an Asian theme here. You're Persian, but that's Asian.
Dude,
You know,
Korean genes
I'm
are money, though.
Asian,
It just, it doesn't show age.
exactly.
Okay.
So my grandmother has.
So you have a brother, you said.
My father has it. Yep.
Okay.
A
And
younger
is
brother.
he
Who's
around
46.
you, close, like in the same state?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's about he lives in northern New Jersey.
Now, how do we
about
know
2 hours
each
away.
other?
But to answer,
Oh no! What did I do?
we known each other.
Go ahead. My light went out.
Well, hang on. I want to finish answering Manoush's question. So how do I look? So my uncle traced the gene, and it was on my grandmother, that lady's side. So like I said, as far as our family is concerned, my father has it, and I have it. And it's an I don't want to call it an anti-aging gene, but it literally makes this is I don't want to say how I love it and I hate it that when people say that. But I mean, I could go to the state fair and probably get and make a lot of money people funny. Guessing my age, But to answer Manoush's question,
it's going to be even harder under a mask.
Yeah, it kind of is. But the mask, I mean, you saw my mask out in Salt Lake City, but with the clear screen. But so it's a blessing and a curse when someone says, oh, when they try to guess my age, and I tell them, I tell them differently, and I tell them when it is, and a lot of them are like, shut up, I want to, you're not that age. So I whip up my driver's license, show them that I'm that age, and they're like, so my father and I were playing golf about 20 minutes that way.
Hey, I gotta pause you for a second. Can you tilt your phone down a little bit? A little bit, just a little bit more.
I'm afraid to.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
And then come into the center of the. Yes. Okay.
All right, hang on. That's the problem. Like, if
okay,
I move
can you move yourself? Like yeah, that's like that right there. Yes. Yeah, dude. So I can see your face. Thank you. My goodness, I would see your forehead.
Yes.
Okay.
So we were playing. My father and I were playing golf, and another twosome joined us. It was a husband and wife, and the husband has his ball over near I am, and I'm getting. And I'll get.
Yeah,
there's
like 15
the rest
of these questions.
Here, so I don't mean to. We'll be here for 3 hours, but so I hit my ball, and we go over, and I drive over there, and he goes over there, and he goes, so when are you going to college? You know, he asked me like, hey, where are you going to college? I said, I graduated like a long time ago. I'm like, I forget how old I was at the time, but I took out my license, showed it to him, and he was
That's
shocked.
not even cool.
How do we know each other?
That's not
Through
even
direct
cool.
sales.
That's
Through
not
direct
even.
sales companies. Through direct sales. We know each other through direct
Yeah.
sales companies. This is our second company.
How long has it
First
been?
one we kind of knew. Well, I was in I'm a founding member of Vima, so that goes back to 2003. So 2003 to 2015. So I've been in Vima for 12 years. So
Well, how long
I was.
have you known me?
Want to say I've known you like this since Modere,
Yeah.
since the beginning of Modere, when I joined.
Yeah.
So
That's when we really started to get to know each other. Okay. So what's
Yep.
your education background? You got any studies under your belt?
No, I do. So again, I'll keep it to the Reader's Digest version of that for answers. I have an associate's degree in liberal studies. No, liberal studies, and then I have a Bachelor of Arts degree in sports management with a minor in business administration.
Okay. And what do you do now?
Yeah.
You working? What are you doing?
I do Modere on the side. I've done many things. I've been a caregiver. That's what brought me to Pennsylvania. Because my stepmother had Alzheimer's and I was a caregiver. But most I'd say
Nice.
I work at Staples. I'm a cashier
Nice.
at Staples.
Okay. And how long have you been there?
Yeah. It'll be 7 years in December.
So now that we got a little background, now most people don't know your story, right? And why you're here.
No,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So why am I talking
to
PK,
Jeez.
right? And
yeah.
I
figure that sometimes myself.
That's funny.
Like, why is
funny.
Why am I talking to this guy? No,
what most people don't know is that you have a very, very interesting story. This is how I kind of. This is how I kind of. This is where this is where I started to get to know you more. Is through your story, even though your story wasn't one that would really connect with or relate to me, but it was one that was so inspiring that it didn't even matter if it related to me or not. You know what I mean?
No,
and I'll just let you take over and talk about your weight journey.
Well, the one I really want to talk about happened. I'm going through a second. I did it once. Go
back to where it all high school.
I'm gonna
tell
I'm gonna tell the first one. Yeah. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna really go back to the spring of 1990. If you had seen me back then and you see me now, you would. No way, this is not him. Because I was thin. I was diagnosed at a young age with hyperactive attention deficit disorder.
I'm going to say that 10 times. My first kid out.
I was on Ritalin. So I was on a narcotic basically all through from grammar school all the way to high school. So one of the side effects of Ritalin, and I guess I don't know if it's still good today, but when I was taking it, at least, when I was taking it, one of the side effects, Ritalin is a narcotic, so it's a depressant. So what it will do is it can regulate your hunger. So I could eat a meal like, a steak, baked potato salad, and at some point my brain is like in your body. This happens naturally, you know, in your body when you eat. There's it's about timing. So when I was on my Ritalin, I may have not been full per se, but the Ritalin kicked in and told my brain, "Hey, he's full. He needs to stop eating." So what would happen? I would stop eating. So I'm going to bring you forward to that. I can't remember the exact date I don't want to say it was around this time. I want to say it was around April, April of 1990. At the age of 18, back again, I'm going back to come forward. At the age of 18, when you were when I was growing up, you were supposed to come off of Ritalin. It's not something that you were supposed to stay on your whole life. So I had two choices. One, break it. Like I think I had a 35 milligram dosage, and you're supposed to bring it down 5 milligrams every so often, all the way down till you're not on it. Okay. Or you can go cold turkey. I picked the cold turkey method. I'm like, all right, you know what? I got this. I can do this. So then all of a sudden, this little round area starts to form. And before you know it, I'm heavy. I'm not thin anymore. I'm starting to gain weight. Fast forward that I graduate high school. I was not ready for I was not ready to go on to college right out of high school, as like most people were. So guess what I did? I did 2 more years of what they call post-secondary school, like your 13th and 14th year of high school, and it was a boarding school. So I was going away. So I've never been away for the first 12 years of my growing up, not 12, but, grades, kindergarten to high school.
And Manoush is impressed by cold turkey, so that's hard.
Yeah, it's very hard because you really don't have control,
especially off that drug.
Yes, especially off that drug. So it didn't help that this boarding school that I was going to was 45 minutes away from Ben and Jerry's. So, and when I was at home, I ate dinner and that was it. I had dessert maybe 8, 9 o'clock, and then went to bed. So now I'm getting used to living on my own, living with somebody else, and living away from home, where meals are different, But the one thing we could do is we could order pizza, at night, and it was Domino's, so it's not like, your hometown pizza. So I would get a pizza at 8, 9 o'clock at night, go to bed at 11, not thinking, like, if not knowing what I knew, if I didn't know, like, hey, I'm not supposed to have this pizza at 10 o'clock at night and going to bed at 11 because you're going to gain weight, So we go to another 2 years, and now I'm at my junior college. Guess what happened? And when I was at the boarding school, I did lose some. I did lose some weight. I went on Weight Watchers. I've literally probably tried every type of weight loss program you can name, except for Jenny Craig, except for like the prepackaged meals or surgery. And I'll get back to that surgery here in a second there. So now I go to my 2-year school. What happens? Same thing. The cycle repeats again because now I'm the basketball manager for the college. So when you have away games, you get home, and you would have thought like something would have kicked in and said, "Hey, Peter, hey, you did this already. Don't do it again." Nope. And I didn't drink too much in college, so I wasn't like a heavy drinker, so that didn't help out. Fast forward, I went to my 4-year school. Again, the cycle repeats, I'm the basketball manager and boom. So I'm going to fast forward it to 2015, up and down weight loss, lose some weight, gain some weight, lose. I was probably a professional yo-yo dieter, to be honest with you. I would try one thing, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, ride that roller coaster of the weight loss. So now it's 2000. I'll say 2015 for lack of a better terms, and I'm in Modair, and some people that we know, and a person that we don't know a person that we know, but he's no longer in Modair. They're out at SRC, and I get a text message from Michelle and this other person saying, "Hey, we're about to launch this weight loss program. Try it out. We think this is the one for you," because both Michelle and this other person had seen me and Vima tried to use their weight loss program. I had some success, but then my stepfather died, and then so you get when you're losing weight, you're on certain schedules that you like to do things with, you know. And I'm really trying to.
This is great. Actually,
a good version of the
there's some
story
stuff in here that I didn't know.
Yeah. So like I said, so you know Michelle, you can't say no to Michelle.
Well, you can try.
You know,
yeah.
You really can't say no to Michelle. You can try, but she's not gonna take it. So I ordered the kit. I ordered M3. Started doing that. Well, before M3 came out,
I love this story. This is my favorite part of the story. This is where you know. Oh no, you. I don't think you see. I don't know. I think there's. It makes it even better.
This phase.
Oh my goodness! This is the.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is the part of the story that got me interested in Peter.
So, he announces he's getting married. He's going. The wedding's going to be in Puerto Rico, and it's going to be in August. So it's now March, and I knew I had to lose some weight, or I wanted to lose some weight because obviously it's a wedding. It's family's going to be there. I gotta. You know, I'm a groomsman, so I kind of have to lose weight. It's not like I'm there and I'm just, you know, in a party. So I was planning on doing something. I didn't know what, but obviously, and then boom, M3 drops into my thing. So I'm doing what they're telling me to: walk 7,500 steps, no fried food, drink water, do this, you know. And I did it for like the first month, and I lost like 13 pounds. Okay, all right, let's get it again. Boom. Next month, another 13 pounds. So, and at that time, I started out at 244.4 pounds.
How tall are you?
When I started, so now I'm down. I'm down 26 pounds. You know, and the weight is starting to come off and come off and come off and come off. So now, I'm trying to think of what time. I forget. I'm trying to give you a time, and. So you're supposed to walk 7,500 steps a day. And I started doing that for the first March, April, May, for the first 3 months. Then Michelle texts, because Michelle's helping me, you know, do stuff on Facebook and stuff like that. And she goes one day, "Can you do 10,000 steps?" Again, I can't say no to Michelle. I was, yeah, sure, no problem. The only problem is I had to figure out how to get those extra, like, 2,500 steps. So I'm walking and I'm looking at these things.
Where are you walking?
I should probably do a video
about
this
where you're
day.
walking.
My I'm walking my neighborhood. You know, when I was up in northern New Jersey, when I was visiting my best friend, there was a track, so I walked the track. I would do laps at the track. The walking story is another. My walking is another story in and of itself. But we're not here to talk about that. But so I figure out 10,000 steps, and I'm doing it. I'm going, and I'm losing weight. I mean, weight I've never like seen before. You know, and I'm getting recognized with Modair, and I'm probably 2006. I was probably, I want to say not say hot as far as appearance, but weight loss guy.
You were the guy. You were the guy.
I was on fire. I was the guy. Like I would do a post, and I would and I still have a post of me like posing.
That's your caller ID.
I forget what I call
for me. That picture is your caller ID. Yeah.
Oh, cool. So
yeah.
So there's like a before picture,
with that cream
and
suit.
An after picture, and I tell us. Oh yeah. No, not that one. I'm talking about like I'm kind of leaning like
Oh, I
this
know which one.
against the
I know which
post.
one too. I know.
I'll
which
send
one.
you the
I know
picture.
which one.
So that post I think was done in 2000. Yeah, 2000, probably July of 2016. Sean, I kid you not. Once in a while, I will get someone that will tag someone in that post and I see it, and it's probably got over like I want to say 400 comments, likes. I mean,
So how much
it's
weight
probably one
did
of my
you
bigger
lose in
posts
total?
that I've ever done. I lost over 240. I lost over I think 70 pounds.
Say
I
it
was
again.
down to
How much?
170 for my.
How much did you lose?
170.
Not to
over
make
over
any
70
claims,
pounds.
but that's
But
what you did.
not to make, but before that, I had lost
26.
25. I that year 2000. I had lost
Yeah.
over 100 pounds in an 8-month period of time. I don't make any medical claims. What I'm telling you, folks, is my story.
So what happened at the
to me.
wedding?
I
Over 100 pounds. You basically
so that's
lost
this is where
a human being,
yeah,
like
so,
a 12-year-old.
And my and every
Wait, what
father
happened at
first
the
was like, oh,
wedding?
no, I
So
don't
you go
see
to
it,
the
I don't
wedding
see it.
in Puerto Rico, right?
So I go
In
to
Puerto Rico.
the wedding. Yes, it's in Puerto Rico. So this is where I don't think you know about this part. So I go from Philadelphia to Boston down to San Juan, and I'm traveling by myself at this point, so I'm okay. So at San Juan, my brother's wedding was on a private island in Puerto Rico. So you have to take a puddle jumper over to the island, so you do that. And this is where it's going to get, it could get a little bit emotional for me because it is. So my mom and my brother knew what was going on. My family knew what was going on, my father finally like, wow, you really did lose this weight, but so it's Puerto Rico. So I can use my cell phone. I can call and say, hey, guess what? I'm at the airport. I'm coming. Be in the lobby. I got to show you something, So
you call who? You call your brother or your?
I call my mom and my brother. Said, hey,
Yeah.
be in the lobby. I'm gonna be at the. So I get out of the car and my mom's there first, and I just fucking lose it. Niagara Falls, tears are just coming down because, and this is where it gets emotional. It's because I know she saw me at this weight, but at a younger age.
Yeah.
But to see it at now, she was crying, and then my brother comes, and he's fucking crying, and then his wife, and then his fiance she's crying. Everybody's just fucking crying in the lobby,
That's so awesome, man.
So, yeah. So
how long
had
it been before they had seen you?
Well, they saw my journey throughout the whole.
But yeah, to see the
process.
Final, like when was the last time they saw you?
I think after that post, I didn't post anything because I really wanted to keep it a secret. I really wanted to show them, hey, and I wanted, and like I said, we were expecting family, but nobody really. Only my aunts and uncles came because I think this was when that mosquito disease was down there, and it was, so not too many family members came. So here's where it's like, I think where you're gonna be shocked. So now my brother's friends are coming. Everybody's starting to come to the wedding. I'm still walking. I get up early. I'm walking and hurt my sister-in-law's side of the family, who I've met some brief just via Facebook, but some I've actually met. They're seeing me walking and I'm waving and I'm wearing a red hoodie and it's like 80 degrees out and I'm walking and getting my steps in. So now my brother's friends arrive to the place, and they're all together. My brother's there, and my brother's like, he sees me. He's just, come over, like, come on. And this is the thing where it's going to get interesting. So I walk over, and these guys are like, who are you? They're all looking at me like, who are you? I said, dude, it's me, Peter. Everybody, no, really, who are you? Because, like I said, I had lost so much weight.
That's incredible, man. That's incredible.
Recognize.
Which leads me to the next question, right? which is
Yep.
PK pre-weight loss versus PK
Yep.
post-weight loss. What changed? What is
Okay.
different with PK? And I'm not talking about your weight. I'm talking about your character, personality, maybe the way you look at things, maybe the way you approach things. Has anything like that changed? What has changed?
Oh yeah. See, well, the way I see, I'm glad you kind of. I'm glad you asked this because the way I was interpreting this question and the way you're asking it was two different things, but that's okay. Before I lost this weight, I knew it was a concern to me. Obviously, I had not doubts, but I knew I could do it. It's just trying to find the right system or program to help me do it. So that was before, and people would talk to me, hey, you really need to lose weight, blah blah blah, but when in one out, it went in one ear out the other. But hang on, let me just finish my weight loss story here, and then you'll get a kick out of this. So now, his wedding is in August. So July, again, Modere is contacting me, not like Michelle. Modere is contacting me. Hey, we're having a regional in Orlando in September. We would like you to come and speak about your weight loss story. Obviously, I was the hottest thing back in the summer of 2016. Weight loss wise, it was me, a lady that's no longer doing Modere, and Susan Bass spoke on stage. So, and again, same thing. Some of the Modere people didn't know how much weight I had lost. So Michelle knew because I had to, I had to keep her in the loop. So it's about a month. It's literally about a month later. I'm speaking on stage in Orlando. And we're right before lunch. You'll get a kick out of this. So I'm the second person to speak right before they dismiss everybody for lunch. And I kid you not, I have the video, Sean. I'll send you the video. I can't watch it. It just something inside me. I just can't get past it. I don't know what it is. I can't explain to you why I can't watch the video. I just can't. But I'll send you the link, and if you want to, either post it, but. And then Susan Bass spoke after me. So it's now lunchtime and everybody's coming back and stuff like that. So people are asking, hey, what was your favorite part? What was your favorite? That guy that spoke right before lunch. Oh my God, that story was so good.
I watched that. I watched that.
And
I watched that.
So here's the ironic thing is that there were people from Canada in the audience there. Some that were just thinking about joining Modere. Others that were, that they were in and stuff like that. I literally signed. I didn't personally, but the people that came from Canada, one of them is an Elite 1 or Elite 2, and the other people who ever came that saw me,
that Manu says, good for you.
All joined. Yeah. All joined, so I can honestly give credit. I recruited an elite person.
That's a crazy story. That's the story that touched me, man. I saw the before and after pictures, and I'm like, this person lost a human being, like literally. I remember that one time you said you were standing in the wedding. I thought you said you were standing by and family walked by and didn't recognize you.
Yeah. Like I said, that's the same thing. Oh,
it's like, wait a minute. Hello, I'm PK. Hello.
Thank you for bringing that.
That's the part that
thank you for bringing that up. Because
well, you told me that. I mean,
right,
you told me that.
Yeah. So now my uncles and aunts are coming. So this is how I say I don't want to say how Korean they are, but how their generation is that. They were so you had to go. So there were 5 of them. My aunt, my uncle, I think, my other uncle, and I think his aunt, and my father. So there's 5 of them. Well, the airplane holds 6, or maybe 5 or 6. So the 4 of them get on the plane to come over to the island because they didn't want everybody to travel. I think, I didn't want everybody to travel all in one plane. Just God forbid something should happen to that plane. Boom, everybody, all those people are now gone. So now my father's stuck in San Juan. Every time he went to get on the plane, nope. So he misses my brother's rehearsal dinner and stuff like that. So now my father called, hey, come up to this room. Your aunts and uncles want to see you. Now he knows what I look like. He knows what I went through. These guys don't. They never saw, I don't think, a peep. So now I come in, I knock. I come in, my dad opens up the door. I walk in, and Sean, if I would have had a picture of their jaws, it would have, they all fell to the floor. Like, who are you?
That's what's amazing.
Like,
that's the story right there, where people don't, like, where your family doesn't recognize you. That's like awesome.
So I
want to tell you this. I want to keep this within the hour. So we got 10 more questions to go. I want to make sure that we hit all 10 because these are part of your story.
Yeah.
So
as far as
pre-weight loss,
the weight loss journey,
post weight loss, what has changed about you?
All right.
Not the weight.
Oh God.
I know the weight changed. But look,
like
what is the pre-weight loss PK that was, and now something's changed about him?
Well, when I first got involved with direct sales and network marketing, I was a wallflower. Like, I would go to meetings in not the company that you and I joined, but the company before that, my first company, and I'd be at the meetings, and I'd be like, whistle, like, like I was a wallflower. I was shy as shy could be, if you would believe that. So obviously, post that, I mean, I'm like, I don't want to say, like I said, we had this conversation back in the room, as far as Modere wise, when it comes to it, like live events, there are just certain people that people gravitate towards. Your Justin Princes, your Tony Zaleckis, your Justin Sarahs. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. But there's like
Robert,
a handful of
welcome. Good to see you,
people, guy-wise. There's a handful of guy-wise that people gotta go see, And I'm not the greatest looking guy, but I know I'm pretty popular, I would say I'm either 4th or 5th on that list. So you got probably Justin Prince number 1, Tony Zalecki number 2, Justin Sarah number 3, John Melton 4, and probably me number 5 as far popularity wise, guy wise, as far as I know, as far as I want to think, So it's going from being a shy person to be like probably number 5th person that people want to go see.
I like that. So you kind of kicked the shyness in the butt.
Oh yeah, I kicked it out.
So
totally kicked it out.
I mean, I love that. I can talk about your weight loss story, dude, forever. I know you can, but I can too, because I'm so impressed by it, because you're the closest person that has actually done it to me. You know what I mean? So like, I can feel you. I can say like, dude, I know the guy. You know what I mean? And it's so dear to me. So I love that story. Now, let's switch to another whole other thing. You've kind of made this whole Thursdays like famous for. Let me get up here.
Yeah, that's right.
You like that one? I had to wear this for you. So you made
well, I figured, I thought that was that
good,
shirt,
good thing you didn't say anything. I put on a shirt. I'm like, dude, what am I doing? I gotta wear this t-shirt. Like, what the heck am I doing? So you made this Thursdays the whole like Fake Thursday.
Yeah.
How in the world
it's a movement.
And I've been getting, so okay, just to get you just to give you the audience an idea. So I've been getting an exclusive I'm probably one of the very few that gets literally a text exclusive to the steak that was raw before, during, and after. Like I get the exclusive texts, and I've been getting those for at least 3 years,
At
bro.
least
Like
3 years.
for the past 3 years, I know what you eat every single day, all day. Like he sends me a message, he sends me a text with his breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day for the past 3 years. Like I literally know what he eats every day,
because
with the supplements too.
because
So how did this whole steak Thursday? Remember, we got to squeeze this in. So we got to. How did this whole steak Thursday
I'll give
come
you
about? Thank you for my T-shirt, by the way.
Hey, no
Yes,
problem.
yes.
You've earned it. So Steak Thursday really started 5 years ago. I was taking golf lessons on Thursday, and not that I was expending a huge amount of weight, but I wanted to recover faster. So I was like, all right, let's have a steak tonight. And it just started one Thursday after another Thursday after another Thursday. And before you know it, it's 1 year, it's 2 years. By the third year, social media, I'm on social media, but I'm not like really like, I don't think people really want to see what I'm eating and stuff like that. Come Instagram comes, bang. That's the platform where I can just boom, push it out. And then for the past, like I said, for the past 3 years, I said, there's like a handful, like you're one of them. Like I probably have 12 people I send my meals
Oh,
to.
great! So you're
Because
cheating
of
on
accountability.
me. I thought I was the only one. I'm just kidding.
No, you're like you're. To be honest with you, you're the third person I text my meals
pretty
to. So my first person is my nutritionist. Another person is a friend of mine, and then you. But then sometimes, but to be honest, sometimes you take forever and a day to respond.
But I love it.
But Thursday, but come Thursdays, I know what I'm starting to eat.
I'm so waiting for Thursday.
Here it is.
Okay, so leads to the next question. Any place that stands out in your head for steak?
I have to go with the goat of places, and that is Peter Luger's Steakhouse, Brooklyn, New York. Hands down, the best place to get a steak.
So we gotta go there.
Not.
All right.
It's expensive, and I gotta bring cash.
I mean, we got. It sounds like we gotta go there.
All right.
It's only expensive if you can't afford it.
We definitely gotta go there. That's true.
So, have you traveled any place where you can say, "Oh man, this is this place. You know what? I'm gonna come back here, and again, and again."
Well, I'm gonna answer that in a different way. It's not a place I've been to. It's a place I want to go, and that is Australia. Australia is on my bucket list to go, and I've always wanted to go. I can't give you an explanation. Where in Australia? Why?
Do you have any
I want
any particular place? Any particular place?
Do I have any what? Oh, I mean, like Sydney, obviously, because of the opera house there. But I mean, just basically the east coast of Australia.
Okay. Any good books you're reading?
Atomic Habits.
Yes.
And I'm always and once in a while, if I need to.
Manu says you're gonna love Australia. She says you've never seen beach like that. Okay, so Atomic Habits by James Clear.
I'm holding her to. I'm holding her to it.
Atomic Habits by James Clear. I love it. And Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Okay.
Yeah.
I know the answer to this question, but maybe a lot of people don't know this about you. So what does PK like to do when it's PK's time? Like your enjoy time?
I'm at the golf range. Hang on, let me rephrase that. It's one of two things. It's either I'm golfing or I'm cooking. I'm cooking on Thursdays. Those are my two, like, Zen time. It's like
Oh,
I know, like, all
Zen
right,
time. I like, dude, I'm gonna
you
use
know,
that right.
yeah. Like I kind of like, you know, because like I said, when you're cooking it for when you're cooking steak, when you're doing something for 5 years straight, it just
I
becomes
kind of
habit. You
when
know,
I talk about a
I've
Thursday,
never.
I automatically the word steak pops in my head. It's like it's
Yep.
automatically goes with it. Like if I want to have a steak on a Sunday, I
Yep.
feel like I'm
No,
sinning. Like I'm
it's
I feel like
sacrilege.
I'm cheating on PK. You know.
Hey,
Um. So
but
all
all right,
right.
let's get through these
So
guys.
what has been one thing that you can call this has been my high point of my life?
I would say speaking
Okay.
on stage, you know, and I tell you that because and I'll tell you that, and I'll give you a quick answer to that. When I first got involved back in 1998, as far as direct sales go, my goal was to tell my story about my weight loss, and I did. You know,
Yeah.
I got to say it. You know, I'm working on something else that's going to be, I think, bigger than that. What I did in Orlando, but
Okay.
it's still in the
So on
works.
the other side of the seesaw, what has been your one thing that you can call, yeah, your low
Low,
point?
I guess, losing and gaining weight,
Hmm.
going through that whole cycle. You know, I would say that. Um, I would say I haven't had any. I mean, I haven't had like friends die per se yet, but when my stepfather died, that was a huge loss. And when my stepmother died, those were two low points. Just because they both, one had dementia, the other one had
Wow.
Alzheimer's. So
I remember you experienced I
it was,
was yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a story. But I would say, yeah, speaking on stage, and then I would say just
The roller
finding the
coaster
weight loss.
up
You
and
know,
down.
the roller
So
coaster.
you're
Yeah.
granted a magic wand, and you get to wabam redo or undo one experience in your life from your past, even from 30 seconds ago, excluding this live. What what would it be?
excluding this, excluding this. Wow, that was another one that I was bad. You know, it's a question I think I say,
Manouche is laughing.
and it I would, I don't know if I would change anything, because if I would have changed something, you know, if I really had to, in you know, I would change that I didn't have my learning disability. That would be the one thing. But then I probably wouldn't be talking to you, you know, if that was the case, because I got my father's genes. My father is a smart guy. He went to
Oh wow.
Columbia, um, and yeah, Columbia University in New York. So I have his genes. So I probably would have gone to Harvard, never probably known direct sales, but would have never known stuff. So in some ways that, but in other ways I wouldn't change a thing.
I like
You know.
that.
So those are my
I like that.
those two
That's
things
very
right there.
cool.
Those two
So
things right there.
number 13, you said this was one of your favorite questions.
I don't know my favorite question. It
It made you
was.
think?
I had to.
Yeah,
It
I
made me
like
think a
that.
lot. You know.
So I asked these questions from you, but also from the audience. They're probably translating these in their heads as well. So my question
Yeah.
here to you is: it's 15 years from you're gone. You're gone, and it's 15 years past that. And Fam Bam is sitting around and talking about PK. What are they talking about?
Well, it depends on how many family members are still alive when I'm there too. You have to think about it in that perspective. I'll be honest with you. I really don't know my nieces and nephews, and I say nieces and nephews in our family. Everyone, like my
That's
cousins'
actually a
kids
really
are.
good point. So let
I'm
me
their uncle.
clarify that question. So it's 15 years after you're gone. So most likely nobody that you know
Uh-huh.
is alive, right? So it's just
Pretty
going to be
much,
the
yeah. I
next
mean, everybody
generation
pretty
that
much.
gets to talk about you that hasn't met you.
Oof. I think it's my weight loss story. I said, geez, I can't believe he did this. You know, that to say, hey, look at this guy. He persevered. He has persistence. He's one of us. You know, um, and I think that's what. And it's funny you bring this question up because I think we're semi starting this with my father's generation. Like, so there's my father. I have an aunt and two uncles. You know, once that generation is gone, it's us. You know, and luckily, knock on wood, they're all alive, all are healthy. You know, so like it's something like I know what my father will be remembered for. You know, that's a given because he's famous. You know, famous in the dental world. So he'll be after he's long gone. His name will still be talked about. That's how impactful it is. But as far as me, I would say as of right now, my weight loss story. I would have to say that. You know, and I'm pretty sure their parents will say, "Hey, look at this is what your uncle did. This is what you know, so on and so on."
That's
you know,
money, dude.
so on
That's
and so on.
perfect. That's a perfect. Yeah, that's a great conversation. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, which actually kind of leads to the next one. It says, if you were to direct your own autobiography, yes,
Biography.
but you can't
I
play it as
so
your own
again.
role.
So
You'd have to pick an actor. I stole this
oh,
question from you. I just reworded it, but I really like the question, so I did stole this from you, but I reworded it. But who would you pick?
And that's fine. I would what the, I don't know, Ken Jong something.
Who's that?
He was in Bachelor.
Well, obviously,
he was in some movie. You know, he's
what
the
movie?
The
Ken Jong-young.
Oh.
I think I know who that is.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay, Ken Jong-young. Okay. Okay, why?
I pick him. I just think there's stuff I see in him that I could see him playing me.
Like what? Like, can you say a couple of things that you said?
Well, I mean, he looks Korean, so that's part.
Come on, there's a lot of
other
people that are like Korean.
Yeah, but he's kind of like
he kind of looks he's kind of like got energy, huh?
Energy and he's kind of got my shape.
Okay. So I gotta definitely look him up. Okay, I gotta look him up. And then my last question. Now the surprise question where actually you don't know what I'm gonna ask. You actually you have no idea what I'm gonna ask, and which is awesome. It's an addition that I'm gonna have in every one of my Thursdays with Sean. I loved actually forming this question together. For you, it's gonna be an easy one, and this is. If I gave you, if you wanted to, if you were hoping, I'm going to see how I can word this. Maybe for this interview, for this Thursday with Sean, you're like, I really hope he asks about this. And then I give you 14 questions and you're like, he did not ask about that. I can't believe he didn't ask about that. So what would be one thing that I should have talked about or I should have asked you about that I didn't? That's why it's called a surprise.
That's a oh God. I would say
one more thing you like us to know, I didn't ask, you know.
Okay, so here's one thing that you didn't ask, and I think this is when you hear this is I think pretty cool too. I think when the people hear this here, so in high school I was a bald person, for the New Jersey Nets. They were in New Jersey.
What?
There. So I knew the assistant. Yep, I knew the assistant coach of the Nets. And basically with those type of positions, you got to know someone like in upper management, you know. You're not going to get someone that's in the office. Oh, yeah, my son wants to be a ball boy. You got to know like coaches at that point. And I did. I knew the assistant coach of the one of the assistant coaches of the New Jersey Nets.
Very
so I did that
cool.
for 3 years. And yeah, so my high school life was totally different. So, but the funny thing is, I was the manager of our basketball team, and then 1 year I was a player manager, you know, and I could only play at the away games. But here's the thing: is when you're a ball boy for the ball person for the New Jersey Nets, you kind of have to be at the arena around 3 or 4 in the afternoon. You're there it's a long day. You know, you're there from 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon till 10, maybe 11 o'clock at night. And then you come home, you go to bed, boom. And you start and you go so my afternoons in high school were taken up by, you know, if there was when they were at home, and when they were away, as normal could be. But I did that for 3 years. And my senior year, my 1990, I got to meet my boyhood idol of Larry Bird.
I see the picture every year anniversary.
Yep, but
he's a little taller than you.
Hang on, we got
just a couple inches.
Yeah, just a little bit. So let me tell this story. I know we're right at the limit there, but I want to tell this story because it's a very interesting story. So, you know the picture I'm talking. You see my picture with him. So I got to tell you the story about that picture. I know we're going to go over it but just let me indulge. So, when you're a ball boy for the Nets, you get to go to a quote unquote local game. So a local game was Washington, Philadelphia, the Knicks, or the Celtics. Well, I was on spring break and I was up in Massachusetts, and around Easter time, spring break time. So we told the Nets ahead of time, hey, we're going to be in Massachusetts. We can meet you guys at Boston Garden, another place I always wanted to go visit. So I got to do that. All right, so, you know, hey, this is the hotel we'll be at. Meet us at this time. You know, we leave at this time. Boom. Right over with the team, blah, blah, blah. Bill Fitch was Larry Bird's first coach. He's now the coach of the Nets. And he knows this, you know. And he says, hey, when we're done with the game, go in the locker room. I'm going to show you where to go, and go tell Larry that I sent you, and, you know, to get a picture taken with you. No problem. I go in there. First, they kick me out, and then I tell him, and then he walks me literally to the back where Larry is. And so it's Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, Danny Ainge, Dennis Johnson, the starting 5 of the '86
Dude, that's
Celtics.
Sick.
Back in 90. So we got Larry's in civilian clothes, and hey, how are you? I know Bill told me, you know, let's get, you know, signs a couple other, you know, I had this picture and they all signed it. All right, let's get the picture. So something didn't feel right in here as far as the camera went. I just had this funny feeling that something wasn't right. So we take the picture, boom, and then we go home. Now my mom, this was when 1 hour photo was huge.
There were no
so we bring the
iPhones back then.
No iPhones back then. So we bring the roll of film to get developed at 1 hour photo. My mom comes back and she's like disappointed. She's like, I could tell something was wrong. So what's wrong now? The film didn't load correctly.
Goodness. Are you serious right now?
Oh my God, jeez. But luckily,
Fujifilm, man.
Later,
Kodak.
No, it was Kodak film. Fuji, like I said, Fujifilm. That's another story for another live. But so a week later, so I tell Bill, and like, all right, don't worry, I'll arrange it when he comes down here. A week later, he's coming into the Meadowlands. You know, it's like, all right, go down when he comes in, go down there, no problem. So I go in there, hey, how are you? And I'm saying hello to everybody. Oh yeah, hi, you know, like I know these guys personally, you know. And I give one of the players my camera.
Oh
he drops
my
it,
God.
and they're all ragging on him. Oh, no, he drops it, but he didn't break it. He's like, oh, you're the camera breaker. Yeah. So he goes to take the picture, and the batteries are dead. So now I said, Larry, give me 5 minutes. I will be back with batteries.
That's awesome.
So now I'm running around and said, now what's wrong? I said, batteries are dead. I need 2 AA batteries. Here, they gave me 2 AA batteries out of the remote control from the Nets locker room. Here. And before that, the photography teacher loaded the film correctly into our camera. So that way we knew we're getting a picture. And that's how I got my
That's a good
my
story.
Larry Bird picture.
That's a really good story.
I
Post
have
that picture.
stories, you know, you'd be
at
surprised.
The bottom in the comments of this live. Post that picture in the comments. Yeah, post that picture on the comments.
I will.
Man, I love that. Actually, I'm glad you added that in. That was the flavor adder. I appreciate it. That was a really cool story. Actually, I did not know that that picture has got that much of a story.
Yeah,
you know, you finally got that picture. It was like a sweat.
Like I said, I have a lot of stories. I can tell you a lot of stories.
Yeah.
You know,
So man, I appreciate you. I thank you. Steak Thursday. # Steak Thursday. Can't see really my shirt anymore. But yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you joining me on this Thursdays with Sean, man. I actually got to learn a few things about you I didn't even know. I did not know. So I really, I
told you. I told you were going to learn
very
something.
much. Dude, we got a lot of chats. People stayed on.
Has Manu said?
Yeah, she said, finally, you got the
other
picture.
than Fujifilm?
That's the last thing she said. Every time she said something, I said something. Yeah, she was busting up on the story. But yeah, so people stayed on. Your story is one for the book, so I appreciate that. On the stage. I know I'm going to see you again on the stage. I know you're working on it. I know you're working really hard this time around. I know what you're up to. So most people don't know what you're up to, but I know this time around you're actually going to make a bigger impact. It's just going to be huge. So I'm rooting. I'm rooting for you, dude. And yeah, man, I appreciate you joining me. And until tomorrow, when we do it all over again. Much love, you guys.